Friends, how's it going? This is Joe. I was going to write an email to say thank you to everyone about requesting a copy of my book, The Chosen Ones. And then I thought I would actually take a moment to shoot a video and actually just share a little bit with all of you, just a little bit about who I am. I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to introduce myself. So I won't take up much of your time. I know we're busy. First of all, I just want to say thank you that you reached out to me to request a copy of the book. It means a lot to me. It's not a very long book, but as I mentioned, it did take me over a year to write. I just recently read The Art of War, The War of Art, and it's all about resistance, and resistance is a very real thing. So is writer's block, and also ADHD contributes to the perfect recipe for taking forever to write a book. So I really do truly appreciate it to everyone who has reached out to request a copy of it. And I should say it's in the final production. It's going through a very final edit and formatting and then printing. So I'm hoping it's available soon. It should be. For all of you who are watching this, you'll be getting a digital copy. So hopefully you don't have to wait for the printing phase, and I will be sure to get that to you as soon as possible. And yeah, I'll just take a couple quick minutes, introduce myself, and that's it. So my name is Joe. I live in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's very cold here this week. Usually we're not quite as cold as the rest of Canada, but this week we are. It's very chilly, which is not new to me. I'm actually originally from Toronto, but I know there's people in this group from all over the world, or people who have inquired about the book from all over the world, Australia, New Zealand, and everywhere in between. I've also lived in Australia and New Zealand myself, Byron Bay and Cairns and Fremantle for about a year, and I also lived in Queenstown for about a year in New Zealand. So both beautiful places, and also Asia, Taiwan. I was there for a couple of years teaching English and all that good stuff. So I am well traveled, but Vancouver is a great place, and I do still like to travel quite often. So from wherever you're coming from, thank you very much. A little bit about me I should share. So I'm a performance coach. Mainly I focus on purpose and potential coaching. So I help people to discover their purpose and see their full potential and reach their full potential. This has always been something that's been important to me, just with my own personal journey of living lost for many, many years. I talk about all that in the book. A lot of the book is about my own journey, so I'm not going to go into too much detail there. But that's really the areas that I'm passionate about. So that's the reason why I decided to write this book. It's an area that I've been studying for quite a long time. So I do share some interesting concepts in the book about that. What else? I'm involved in a few activist groups here in Vancouver. I'm quite passionate about that, given what's happened in the last year and the last 4 years, you could say even. And I'm also a big advocate for working with youth and youth volunteering. I do a lot of that, and I'm also a youth coach. A lot of the things that I do with my youth coaching are similar to what I do with coaching adults with purpose and potential and those types of things. I work with grade 7 students here in BC, and I help them to transition into high school. And I also work with high school students, creating programs and helping them to figure out what they might want to do after high school. So for anyone in here, I know a few people did mention they had children, I believe, that they wanted to share this with as well. And I do encourage you to do so, or read it first and see what you think. And if you think it's something you want to share with them, you're more than welcome to. Please feel free to share this book with anyone. It's just about getting the message out there more than anything. I have an interesting background, an interesting story. I know there's a lot of coaches, I think, as well, who are going to be receiving this book from some of the groups that I've been reaching out to. And you can probably relate to, these crazy personal development journeys we go through to end up becoming a coach. And I'm no different. Probably about 3 years ago now, I started a very, very intense journey, kind kind of was, again, I talk about this in the book, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, was not in the best place a few years ago, and then did what I had to do. And everything from, you know, the whole journey, right from that first Tony Robbins tape to digging so deep into spirituality that we don't even know why we're on the on the planet anymore. And just a bunch of cool realizations about becoming or the realization of that I'm an intuitive empath, and just learning a lot about myself over the journey, which has been very interesting. It's been a huge learning curve. I'm over the years, just for personal development reasons, I've become I'm a licensed NLP practitioner. I've been trained under Richard Bandler, who's a co-creator of NLP. Very interesting character. I met him in Orlando, and I did the training with him there. I am a certified CBT practitioner, certified life coach, certified root cause therapist practitioner, positive psychology practitioner, certified personal trainer. Really, I just kind of really dug in to learn as much about as many different things as possible, and that has allowed me to now have quite a unique bag of tools when it comes to coaching. But yeah, it's been an incredible journey. This book is something that's, just taken me way too long. I'm really happy that I'm able to get it out there now. And just more importantly, I want to share that building new connections and meeting new people has always been very important to me. So I do really appreciate the people who have reached out, and I really would like to create relationships with a lot of you. Just learning over the years that someone who might reach out to be interested in a topic like this, that I know that you and I have a lot in common, and a lot more in common than people who I spend time with here when I go for lunch, for example. And that's just an interesting lesson that I've always learned about people who are, even if you don't know them, it's funny how much you can have in common and how quickly you can click with people. And in terms of coaching, I'm just as passionate about creating. I love creating programs like I do with these youth programs. I love collaborating and connecting with other people. So if you're anyone who's in the field, if you're a purpose coach yourself, or whatever area you work in, if you think there is a way for us to collaborate or put our heads together or help each other and support each other, I'm always on board for that kind of stuff. As I mentioned, if you think this book would be suitable for anyone else, please don't hesitate to share it, especially youth, maybe if you work in a school or if you have children of your own, like I mentioned. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I just thought I would do this quick video and just share that with you. I know it's always easier than for me to write an email, and I just thought this could be a fun way to do it. And that's really about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. There's a lot of interesting people that I've been talking to who have reached out about the book, just telling me a little bit about what you do. So I am planning to pick a lot of your brains, just learn a little bit more about you and what you're doing, and maybe even the reason for why you're asking for the book, if it's your own journey, or if you're coaching in the field, or if you just have interest in that area, whatever it might be. That's totally cool, and I would just love to learn more about your story. As we know, you talk to someone for 5 minutes, and it's incredible what you can learn from someone. So anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for taking a few minutes just to hear me out here. And again, I appreciate you reaching out for the book. I'm very excited to share it. I'm very excited to get it. So I apologize. I will get it to you ASAP. I am on top of it for that. And I just look forward to connecting with you in any way down the road. So take care. Have a great evening or morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll talk to you later. Take care.